What's up, Casual Clashers? I'm Gunshine. Today we're going to be breaking down one of my favorite maps, Casa de Morta. If you guys haven't tried this base out, this is your time to try it out. I was using Death Clover before this one. About 3 weeks ago or so, I switched over to Casa de Morta, and I am just absolutely loving it. Great map. Originally designed by Leary, the defensive genius, he credits his defensive abilities to tower defense, a great little app where he honed his skills. Casa de Morta got his name a while back when Leary held a competitions on the forum to name his design. He'd come up with the original design, and it didn't work initially, so he adapted it, and that's how you got the Death Clover a while back. Then the UI changed, and Deathbox was able to take place. That design worked, so he was able to put that into the fold again. He'd already named the other one Death Clover, so you need to come up with a new name. Held this event in the forums, and he actually picked up the name that I had suggested, Casa de Morta. Now, a couple people wonder, what does Casa de Morta mean? Well, it means Deathbox. What language is that? That's Galician. Galicia is located on the northwest coast of Spain, so here's a quick little showing of what it looks like, in case you guys are curious. This was actually my first impression of Leary when I met him here on this thread, and now we're good friends. We talk online all the time, and he's a prospect right now for one of the mod positions. So since LA retired, we're gonna have some new mods coming in soon. He's one of the people that I'm really hoping he gets the position. Really cool guy, will do a great job on the forums. Looking forward to that to potentially happen. And shout out to LA, who recently retired. We're all gonna miss you out there. In this video, we're going to be looking at Casa de Morta from Town Hall 10 up to 20, but just so you guys know, this is a picture right now of Town Hall 17. I want you guys to see what the original looked like, the one that originally took advantage of the Pathan system and really gave way to a new generations of maps that you see now that are really adapted to this new UI that we have. What I want you guys to keep in mind is that although I'm showing you the Town Hall from 10 to 20, that doesn't mean it's going to be the best design at that level, at that Town Hall level. Casa de Morta is a really effective setup, but it's really only effective from Town Hall level 15 and on. Anything earlier, and it's a really skeptical design, and I'm not really too fond of it earlier. There's better design. Go for Diamond, go for Clover. Those ones are going to get you a lot farther at Town Hall 14 and lower. 15 and up, it's a real contender, and it's, in my opinion, the best base from 16 plus. Alright, so here we are at Town Hall 15. You can see it's short stacked on the south end and thick on the north. This is because on the north end you have 2 towers and a vault versus just 2 towers on the south end. Towers need 4 spaces, guys, so if they're any shorter than that in any direction, the range units like Centaurs or the Druid are going to be able to shoot over the wall and hit your tower from a side where your heroes aren't going to be able to get to, or it'll be just in one hero's range, he'll come out and then he'll get slaughtered, so you really want to avoid that. You want to make sure you have 4 walls thick. You don't have to have 4 walls to your tower, just 4 spaces, so putting down one of the little flower patches and then 2 walls will give you that 4 distance that you need. And that is why on the north end, because you have that vault in there as well, you're going to need a longer wall, and with a longer wall it's going to increase the Pathan, and with a longer Pathan system you're going to need more walls. It's going to have to be thicker, or else they're just going to start hitting through the walls. So that's why you see this interesting setup where you have a short stack and a long stack, 2 completely different sides to a puzzle that fits nicely together and gives you a Casa de Morta level 15 box that is just really good. Alright, so here we are at Town Hall 16. This is the one that I'm using right now. Now, if you take a look at it, you'll see that I'm missing one of my sculptures right now. Normally, I have the Thunder God down at the bottom there. I like the way this Pathan works. Now, I have a new one I've been trying out. This one's going to work better at Town Hall 17 when it comes out. I like having more buildings. You guys notice that I've brought out the Casa de Morta design a little bit so that you can fit in another gold vault there. That is just to bring you more targets, makes you last longer. Since I've implemented this new system, I've added in that extra gold vaults on the side there. I've been able to do G a lot more consistently, so it's something I'm going to stick with. And when I get up to Town Hall 17, I'll be adding in another tower instead of one of the vaults, probably the one that's in the middle right between the towers right now. I really recommend this base design for Town Hall 16. In my opinion, it's the absolute best one. There's a lot of different designs you can go with for Town Hall 16. The most popular seems to be the single lane. So right now I have 4 lanes open to fit that gold vault, but a single lane where you place down your bombs to really make them hit hard on those seems to be the most popular at the moment. That one's good too. I've used that. It's worked. But personally, that extra gold vault is just going to bring it that much better. It's just, yeah, go for it. Trust me, go with that gold vault. You won't regret it. You'll notice a big difference. I did. My consistency went up significantly. But enough talking the Town Hall 16. Let's now move on to 17, the one that people are using right now. We're going to take a look at a reconstructed Town Hall 17. This one is not officially named this, but I like to call it the TIE Fighter. It kind of looks like the Star Wars TIE Fighter, right? Am I wrong? No. Anyways, you'll notice this one has rounded edges and very few buildings inside. It looks like the main objective of this one is to get your heroes all in a line, and this is going to make it so that they all kind of come upon whatever direction at the exact same time, instead of when you have the trapezoid and it seems like you're going to have two heroes that start out and the one on the far south side isn't going to be able to get all northbound as quickly, so all your heroes are going to go in at different times. Sometimes one gets killed out there. In a line like this, they're all going to be going to that same point at generally the same time. The other important thing to remember, guys, is sometimes it's better not to copy a map that you see, but to make your own. Take everything in, take a look at what's working, and manipulate it based on your heroes and your own setup and your style, because not everyone has the same heroes and certain strategies work better for different people. So instead of just following what seems popular, maybe just add your own little spin to it, and honestly, you won't regret it. It can make a difference. Here's a picture of another setup for Town Hall 17 that works really well. And guys, I'm going to be coming out with my own Town Hall 17 when I get there. I'm about 20 days away. I got to wait 6 days for my vaults to get there, and then 14 days for the 17 upgrade. So 20 days from now, I'm going to post it the day I get it. I'm really excited to get Town Hall 17. When I get that, 20 days, almost a month, I will make a video that is about Town Hall 17, a couple different setups, and that'll be really cool, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that. But yeah, here's 2 different Town Halls at 17. Hope you guys enjoyed those. Now we're going to move over to Town Hall 18. So this is a really great HBM base. What you're going to notice with this one is that it's utilizing the Mason tactic on its north and south end, and has a front-facing wall to diverge the people that are coming on at a straight-on angle a little bit. I have no personal experience with this base, but from what I've heard, it works really, really well. The other thing about this base is that you can easily use this for Town Hall 17. Just take away the 5 walls on the top and the bottom. Jumping ahead now, we're going to skip Town Hall 19. I couldn't find one, so here's Town Hall 20. Really great base. What you're going to notice here is it's doing the same thing. It's taking advantage of the paving system, and it's using a maze design. As you can see, the maze design is a little extended, so instead of just being 1-1, it's extended to about 3 on each wall. Now, the other very interesting thing that you guys may not have noticed is look in the corners. You can see all the buildings are built into 4 corners, and there's griffins. This is on purpose. This is so that there's towers are there, and in the middle you only have buildings that aren't towers. The problem is that at this wave you're going to be farming I and H and higher waves like that where you have omnicopters. Omnicopters are just going to wreck your towers, so instead of dealing with those where your heroes are because they can absorb a lot of damage, you're putting those off to the sides to go off to those 4 rings and avoid the center as long as possible. Really, really efficient way to do this, because when you have them all going in at once, it's really hard to do these waves, so this way you're just getting the heroes and the troops. Alright guys, hope you learned something today. This video took a lot of time and effort, so I really would appreciate a like and a favorite and a share and a comment. You know, let me know what you thought about this, and if there's any improvements you want me to make for the next video that's going to be this orientation, which is going to be the diamond. I'm going to break down the diamond later on. I'll try and make more videos next time instead of just pictures. The problem that I ran into with this one is that Town Hall lower than 14, there was no point in using my Smurf accounts. I didn't have one at 15, I had one at 16, and I tried to pick up some footage everywhere for 17 and stuff like that, but that's all I could get my hands on. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.